Today, the Department of Justice announced 4 indictments connected to the massive hack of Yahoo, with 2 of those arrested for the hack being officers in the FSB, the Russian successor to the KGB. The hack, which the DOJ said was initiated in January of 2014, affected at least 500 million Yahoo accounts. Some of the stolen information was used to, quote, obtain unauthorized access to the contents of accounts at Yahoo, Google, and other webmail providers. Understand that they got not just the contact information, email address and all that, but also passwords, including accounts of Russian journalists, US and Russian government officials, and private sector employees of financial, transportation, and other companies. And again, they were able to, over the course of the past couple of months, make multiple arrests. Now they have 4 indictments. This is not the first time Yahoo has had problems like this. It's been breached at least twice. And the company previously said that a September 2014 breach was state-sponsored, but declined to identify who it believed was responsible. So that's a separate hack. Potentially we'll have information in the near future.
Oh, well, luckily the Russian government doesn't kill Russian journalists it doesn't agree with information they might have gotten about their whereabouts. Oh, right, they do. And so this is a pretty devastating hack. And not only that, they have information about other Russians and they have information about American officials. So it appears that we're getting outplayed a little bit in cybersecurity. We're not winning with this anymore. Okay, this is a mess. We're losing, and so
there
we better
are
figure this
companies
out.
too. That's the craziest thing, is that these companies are headquartered in America, and they should, they're the ones who have always said, well, we'll help the government, but we've really got a much more secure system than the government does. So if the government's failing and the companies that are supposed to be better are failing, how is Russia, who are these masterminds?
Yeah, and look, there are government officials included in here, but it's also widely considered that this might be more focused on sort of financial crime, getting information about businesses, access to businesses and things of that sort, something that has been quite common coming out of both Chinese and Russian hackers in the past. And I just want to be clear, because when people see a headline these days that says Russian hackers, they immediately think, oh, it's another one of those Trump stories. So far as we know, this has absolutely nothing to do with Donald Trump. The hack happened in the beginning of 2014. So don't worry, your ego's not on the line. You're allowed to care about this particular act of cybercrime.
But these guys might be fired, the DOJ.
That's also possible, yes. Yes.
But to John's point, this is the first cybercrime operation linked to the Russian government's intelligence apparatus.
Yes.
So it's a little different than the past cyber crimes. And to Naomi's point, the Russians are terrific at technology. I think it's a really funny, broad way of saying it. They're good at tech. Tech, really good, like Bush-like. Anyway,
incubator.
Right, but the Russian nationals and sometimes Russian Americans are at the top of the high frequency trading market as well. And so in terms of tech, we're not winning anymore. Come on, America, our hackers can be better than their hackers, right? We should be #1 in hacking. Now look, I'm not saying we need to hack them, although I'm sure we
do.
Of course, our intelligence guys hack them too. It's not like we're totally innocent. But man, in terms of cybercrime, yeah, the Russians and the Chinese are going to work on our homes here. And in Silicon Valley, I'm not sure they would consider Yahoo their best. But no. Sorry, Yahoo.
Sorry, Marissa.
Okay, but obviously this is not good news for them. But Marissa Mayer and Yahoo celebrating these arrests because it is the American government at its best, actually working and bringing people to justice.
You can help hire investigative reporters that'll chase down stories no one else will. Be the media. TYTnetwork.com/go.